Yo! Video games.
It is almost like Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima is the same thing.
Yeah, and you know what? At the end of
side quest in this game is
to be, I love Ghost of Tsushima. To be completely honest, by the end of that game, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm ready to beat this game now.
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima, I was enjoying the atmosphere a little bit too much.
Yes,
So
well,
that
was so much of that game.
Yeah, so by the time I was ready to beat it,
We know it was funny. Was when I was done with the atmosphere of that game was when it was in the snowy
It was in the
place.
snow.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I'm done.
It's not as good.
You took away my good atmosphere. It's snow.
Jeez, I remember I played that game entirely in black and white.
You missed out.
Yeah.
Oh,
We haven't been there.
I loved it, dude. I
been through
loved playing in Kurosawa mode.
It
was
go back.
phenomenal.
There's a yellow
man.
door or
It just
something.
felt fantastic.
Oh, it's
it felt
this.
like I was playing a
Never
movie.
mind. I had to figure out how to get
Look
to
at that
that
map.
Yeah, it's
That
wild.
map. Just don't like some levels. Nope.
Kurosawa mode was fantastic.
Can't get down there, can I?
So you didn't do any side stories at all, huh?
Me?
Simmons?
Oh,
For what?
He did.
God of War.
For
I did a bunch.
he did some. Not that many. He said how many.
I did a bunch. Get the hell out of here.
I feel like, because the way you beat that game so fast, I feel like you just beelined it all the way
No.
through.
Nope.
No.
I got lost in the sauce a couple of times. I did a bunch
I'm going
of-
wild.
I found all the poems.
Jesus.
Wow.
Why is that not doing it? Jeez.
Because I got the wrong gun.
Yeah.
I was just trying to use that
Sounds a lot
gun.
of dog.
Guys threw up over here. Okay, I'm in here now.
Yeah, but it's like Ghost of Tsushima where you can just like we get to a point like I can keep
I'm just kind of done.
side questing or I could just end it.
I mean, I finished all the side quests in Ghost. And I'm going to finish all the side quests in
You finished all the side quests in Ghost of Tsushima?
I don't think I did everything.
Wow.
That's a lot.
I think there were probably some haikus and maybe some choppy blocks that I missed.
Did you really 100% everything, Steve?
except for the DLC. I still haven't beaten the DLC, but
I actually did all the DLC.
but
That's a lot
everything,
less.
Damn, boy, those little guys are dead.
all the side quests in the main game, yeah, I did them all.
So, like, you went all to all the foxhole things and all
Yep.
that stuff?
Yeah, I went to
Jeez.
all the people, all the stories, a lot of sad stories. But there's a lot of
Just clear
a
it.
lot of side stuff that was in the game. You know why? Because it's this atmosphere building. Like you get
I love Ghost of
Zero
Tsushima.
secrets.
you get the idea of what they were trying to present to you by going through all the side stories and just listening to all the
I love that game.
I might say this.
I want to see that game next year. I want to see part 2 next year.
and the same thing.
Not out, but just announced.
I might say I love Ghost of Tsushima more than God of War 2.
I did.
The same
You know
thing,
why?
so-
The atmosphere.
But atmosphere and
And atmosphere is great in God of War. But
yeah.
but man, when you're it's like, how do I open this chest? There's the lantern right there. There's a twig.
There's a
Twig in the way. There's a little block. There's a puddle of water. Kratos really doesn't like getting his feet wet, so do all this like put all these sigil spells in front of it, and then make them big, and then
Holy moly.
let me do the fire thing,
You know-
and boom, 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 yeah.
You know how
Or you could just go like,
you know how my chat explained
Fly.
it, Simmons? You know how my chat explained it? Magic twigs. If there's anything in your way that you can't get past, they were magic and you weren't allowed to. Is it as simple as that?
that's the only thing that kind of like, I get it, it's a video game, you want to have a puzzle, you don't want to just walk all over everything, but it got a little frustrating sometimes when like, you
It's right
could
there.
see
It's
the
right
thing
there.
right in front of you, and it's like, no, you got to do some finagling with the spells to get it. I'm like,
Well, I think that's the difference between
Somebody did have a funny point about the game where it's like to do anywhere or go anything, you have to get this ledge to go down to get a fire thing to blow this up. Like, moving anywhere in this world must be so cumbersome for all the people that live here.
That's what I was thinking. Oh my god.
That's the difference between that and Ghost is the fact that Ghost, it let you know, it's like, yeah, you can't get up there. Like, that thing is way up there, and you have to, like, actually figure out a way to get up there as opposed to being right next to you.
it felt more natural the way Jin would move around. Ooh.
Well, yeah, 'cause it was free roam.
Yeah, but like, and it's a different game. It's
Yeah.
a different genre.
God of War, bro, dude, it's very linear when you get to certain
Right.
realms.
And I get it.
One way only.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I
Oh, ugly green mode.
yep, radioactive mode. So like I get it, but at the same time it is funny, and then it sometimes becomes frustrating. I'm like, bro, just step over the block.
Well, that's video game logic in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Rocket
They
launcher.
took it to another level in that game, that's for sure. Video game logic is all over that game, and it's rough sometimes. Like, honestly, I think the trope and the stigma of video game logic should be gone now. I think video games should be very aware that, hey, I have this key, but
To be honest,
this door.
a lot of games are.
Right,
Like,
and-
a lot of games kind of are.
And they should stop that. I think that should be, like, developers should
It just,
be aware of that.
a lot of that stuff just conflicts with the way the game is designed.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and you, like, there's no real great answer for the situation. It's just kind of the way it is.
I think
Resident Evil was king of that for a while. Resident Evil, like,
yeah.
Yeah, why the hell do I need... Who made
Why
this
not?
house?
Why
Like
can't
I
I
said-
like move this?
Yeah, why can't I just climb on the roof?
But like I said
Yeah.
before, a game like Tsushima does it well. Like, they actually, the puzzles that they set up are designed around the idea.
I think they hide it better in Ghost
Yeah,
of
they hide it
Tsushima.
better, you know?
And I think the other thing too is here's the real problem is that almost every quote unquote puzzle in God of War has mostly the same solution.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's use the pink spell to chain attack to light
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Like it's mostly just variations on one type of thing.
Oh my god, this, hopefully it's no spoilers, but the
Uh-oh.
spear,
Oh, yeah?
the spear, it's like, oh, well, you can't throw the spear at the hole. You have to find the right angle.
He has to be directly in front of it.
And throw it. It's like,
Yeah,
bro, are you
yeah.
serious, man?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and then there are moments where it's like, well, he has his chain, sword, I guess, or whatever. And,
Chains of Chaos.
yeah, the chains of chaos, and he could literally use that in a said situation. But like,
Oh,
no, you have to
why-
throw the
yeah.
spear into the wall in order to get to one ledge to the next that's right in front of him. And they're like, okay, but you can't do it until you go around the other side and throw the spear directly in front of him.
Yeah, like if he wanted to, he could like that's video games and then just yeah, he'd throw the blades of chaos to a wall.
Yeah, and
and
then go
then
right across.
come to wherever the wall
You
is.
can use the blade
Yeah.
of chaos 90% of the time.
No,
until they decide that you
and,
can't do it.
and yeah, I think it's to be fair, it's a nitpick because it doesn't make
It
the
is a
game.
nitpick.
The game's not bad or anything because of this,
No.
right?
But
Like,
you
it's-
know what? It does because
Yes, it totally is.
It becomes
Is this the
repetitive.
same guys who made Wolfenstein?
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I'm like, are we at Mar-a-Lago here?
Topical. Where?
Yeah, and like sometimes like there's no way to turn off these, but sometimes I just want the AI. I'm like, I just want to find this thing. Like sometimes I like the AI, but then I can see how some people
Jesus,
just want
look
to
at
turn
this
it
map.
off because they're like, hey, what if you do this? I'm like, oh, okay. Because at sometimes at the points, like because the puzzles are almost the same thing, I just want them like the AI.
Yeah, and it's a nitpick about who's to be looking at the
is a
thing and why
nitpick,
couldn't you
yeah.
just. But for me, I think the actual issue is more just the fact that I'm like, there's like 2 or
Scared
3
me.
ways to solve every chest. It's either like a timing based thing, because some of them are time based and some of them are just like chain the explosion based. I don't even know if there's 3. That might be
Use the
just
fire.
those 2.
No, yeah.
We have to use the
that's
fire to link all the pink spells together.
Well, yeah, some of them, like, they need
But, like,
Timing,
I don't think there's any variation between like.
There's the spear. Now there's
And
the
then there's
spear.
one where you have to
Jesus
turn them
Christ.
in the right
Yes.
order.
Yeah.
And it's like that's how you solve every puzzle.
Yeah.
Like just those
Yeah.
three those
you
three
know what?
ways.
And that's true. It's not like good Zelda, where the puzzles in the dungeons were kind of unique and all that kind of stuff.
This
You
thing
go-
is
you
so
go-
hard to
yeah,
read.
but like the thing is, like, it is nitpicks. I think the puzzles are kind of fine.
I would say I actually really like the environmental puzzles. I actually really like the combat in God of War. But my
the thing-
personal gripe, though,
The
is
thing
that...
that you complain about, I noticed, bro, is that when you're fighting somebody, you're guaranteed to have somebody come up behind you and smack
Oh,
you.
yeah,
And-
absolutely.
And you can't.
So you have to focus on that ring around it.
Yeah, you can't actually enjoy.
When the
fight
combat
way you
works,
want.
it works insanely well. Like,
Yes.
you feel like a god. Like,
That's
which
why
is
you
great.
said the one-on-one is. the
One-on-ones
best
are
part.
great.
Yeah, the
but
one-on-ones
like
are the best.
in those moments and situations where you have like a big room of shitheads, I wish the camera pulled out.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
yes.
Because you're guaranteed to have somebody say, "Right behind you, brother." Like, yes, Ramiro.
He's right
I know.
behind you.
Yeah.
To your left, Kratos.
And you're like, okay, I know somebody's behind me.
He's almost
And he's-
always too late when he
And,
says
and every time I am attacking somebody, especially with the chain chaos, and I'm trying to do
Because there's so much animation to it, right?
Right.
The chains have like a lot of
animation,
wind
and
up
by
and
the
shit.
time you're doing that, I guarantee somebody's throwing something at you.
Yep. And like,
And the game is designed that way, and it's like, well, then you can't have fun with the weapon that they want you to use.
no, yeah, and that's kind of one of my gripes in the game. Like, it's not like, oh, I gotta hit you. You have all this amazing combat, all this amazing stuff, but you don't really get a chance to do it, right? Like in some of the like in Spider-Man, you get to do all your cool moves even in the highest difficulty. You still get to do all your cool Spider-Man shit. In God of War, some of the moves you don't really get to use because you're going to get hit and you're going to get knocked out of it, and the enemies have way too much poise. And there's not enough time, there's barely enough sequences where you get to really show off.
I was going to say my big personal gripe, and this is just me. I really am bad at like 3D world looking games, right? Where like, what's the puzzle? Look around, right? The puzzle is I need to do this. I look around.
Yes.
I have to go search the environment to go find a thing. Like I'm pretty much playing like a Tomb Raider, right? Where you just have to like look at all this kind of stuff and figure out what you got to do.
And that's cool, but the fact that you can't interact much with the environment, it's basically go play Where's Waldo for a second.
Yes, and that essentially strains my eyes, and that's a me thing. Oh, I gotta probably go down there.
It's not a puzzle. You're just looking for shit until you find it, and you're like, oh, okay. And then you
probably gotta go down there.
And I think
and then there's oh my god, the worst enemies in the game.
Suits. Hey.
The pests. The little squiggly guys that have their nests and their
little worms,
those are the worst enemies in the game.
They're hard to hit.
It's not even that they're hard to hit, it's the fact that they're so useless. It's like, bro, this is the thing that you want us to kill in this game? Are you serious?
Fucking shit, really? I'm not supposed to go down here? God damn it, dude.
But
Thought I solved it.
In the chat said, right, I think the game is designed good for lower difficulties. Because then you get to use all those moves.
Yeah.
In higher difficulties, you cannot.
Go in the middle elevator?
You know what? In higher difficulties, you have to fight like Floyd Mayweather. You literally have to be like, boom, boom, dodge, boom, 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 run away. Boom,
Well, that's
boom,
why I
boom,
played
run
it
away.
on normal,
Boom,
because
boom,
I'm
boom.
just like, this is what the game was designed around.
I think like normal was good, but I think too like normal you can beat the game with any kind of armor set you want. Like when in No Mercy mode, it really made the armors like.
That's
it
true,
really
but
made-
I used the armor that gave you witch time because I wanted witch time.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
So it's like even on normal they give you like armor sets where it's like you want to try it or you want to use that just to
Chat,
have, but it doesn't become like
any boomers like us in here want to tell me where the hell to go?
Yeah. But like I think
it's actually not. If you look at it.
Nah. Yeah.
Like in Gimme Balance.
West, east, north, south, north, west. Go ahead, Kenny.
Oh yeah, no, like Gimme Balance, like any armor just fine. Like in No Mercy, it's like shit, you really have to do a good build.
West.
Top left, someone said.
Yeah, is that it up there? Okay. I'm going. You have to make the music chat.
And it's wild. I started off on Gimme Balance, but then people were like, "Hey man, No Mercy," and like I was playing. I'm like, yeah, let me. I don't know. I like let me bump it up, and then I bumped it up, and yes, it is frustrating, but then it is also a lot of fun.
It's perfect. Yeah, it seems like that's the way the game.
I think the perfect level for the game is No Mercy, the absolute most enjoyable. Like, Gimme God of War is just like I'm a bit of a masochist, but I'm a video game.
So the difference between Gimme God of War in the previous one, from what I understand, because I also played No Mercy in God of War 2018. I mean, I know that's where the fucking door is, chat. The reason
what about the yellow door next to you?
This one?
Yeah,
I've already been in here.
No Mercy feels like a Elden Ring difficulty.
Apparently, Gimme God of War in God of War 2018 was front loaded with crazy difficulty.
Yeah.
But then as you got new moves and abilities, it became like relatively kind of normal.
Well, that's what it should be.
I also think that is not great. Because in this one, it seems like it's front loaded, sort of normal, and then it becomes really, really hard as you play a bit later. So it's like the opposite now.
But the thing that to me that's was Elden Ring. Elden Ring was fucking tough in the beginning.
Tough as balls at the beginning.
Tough as balls, but then I started making builds and started like fucking working my ass off to get this thing. And I made a build and I started making the game like, okay, fucking here we go.
I'm still committed to beating the game, and I'm actually kind of used to it now.
Here's an interesting question I pose to you.
Per chunk.
Mostly to you guys, not so much to chat, because I know how they think. If you took away Elden Ring's difficulty, if you took away where like any enemy can kill you, would you enjoy? Would the game still be as good, or close to as good if it wasn't difficult?
Dude, that's a good question. Like, you know,
And it doesn't just become any other game.
Yeah, it becomes every other game. And here's the thing too, because the reason it was very difficult, but then I'm like, man, I gotta really fucking get in there and try to get this thing to fucking.
I argue half the map is still awesome, so the exploration I think is still kind of there. It would be boring, so it kind of like it kind of hit me where I'm just kind of like. Is the only reason people like these games just because they're hard? Not because of the build variety.
They literally have the best level design in like video game history.
Right, like, and that's where I'm kind of questioning.
It's a little bit of column A and column B because it is very difficult, but then it gives you a reason to go and get these builds. It gives you a reason to do this, and like, holy shit, I have this build.
I argue that at least like half of Elden Ring's world is fucking great.
Yes.
Really cool. Half of it can lick my nuts.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like even if it looked good, it wouldn't be fun. Caelid's not a well designed area, to me. Period. It's just
it's meant to elicit an emotion that is not exactly I'm having a great time.
It elicits the emotion of I'm leaving.
It's like the forest also exists in Bloodborne, you know, and it's just meant to be chaotic and confusing and a mess. It's like designed that way. Maybe I get the suit and I go down here to the right.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. It's just
right.
Yellow door, gray switch.
Yellow door, gray switch. Yellow door, gray switch. I don't know what. I'm no fucking legend, bro. I see yellow thing.
Oh,
gotta go through one of the yellow doors.
You know what?
Fuck it.
But the
hey.
What was good about the difficulty too? It just
did I already do this?
Well, it's down.
No, because up is when the switch is pressed.
It made questing.
Push it again.
Really valuable, and it made it like, damn, I really have to get this thing.
You're supposed to push it up.
I mean, I can fucking. What do you want?
If the game was easy, then like, oh, I don't need to quest to do this. I don't need to go in this hard ass area to try to unlock this because, you know, fuck it, I can just beat the game.
Yeah.
And it made really going on the side quest or getting this item or finding something really fucking valuable.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to also acknowledge like not every single boss fight is gold. No. But like the majority of Souls-like bosses are really intrinsically designed to like engage the player and do all this stuff that you have to figure out how to counter it and do all this nutty shit if you want to, and or you can just brute force it. Like all the games are kind of like that. Chat, we have to at least finish this one fucking area. I want to. Where the fuck?
Here's where I'm gonna. Shit. Here's where I'm gonna fight back against you, Zaibatsu.
Here we go.
Elden Ring's difficulty is up to the planet. That's what makes it a brilliant. I'm like, no, because a new time player
is always going to have those problems.
He's not going to know what he needs to build into, what he needs to spec into, and stuff like that.
And that's the thing. It's like
he has to talk to other people.
That's like saying. Mega Man, a Mega Man game is way easier when you play it again. Well, no fucking shit it is, because you have like all the information. Like, oh, I know what happens in this movie because I already watched it.
There's not.
Of course you fucking do.
There's not really any good way on your own to know what's good, what you should be doing.
Simmons is hella right though on that.
That's like kind of the point of the game is that there's so many systems and weapons and things that it's almost impossible for you to pick up on.
And there's no direction, and there's no like leading you into like kind of like hinting at anything or nothing. I'm just gonna like leave you at your mercy. Oh, you can level up. What should I level up? I'm not telling.
that is true. What's up, Soren Claymore?
Okay, maybe this is just up now? No! Chat, how do I lift this? Somebody give me real information. There's 9,312 of you bastards.
Is it in this room?
Where? There's a lever there. In here? This is the most popular game of all time. Where the fuck? No help. No one had a Jaguar. Well, y'all had
This is Doom!
Windows 95 computer.
Doom is on everything!
This one's different.
No, it's not.
It's not, actually.
Yellow door. Gray switch.
Yeah.
Give it.
Yellow door, gray switch.
Is that a swastika? What the heck?
No, it's not. We looked at it. I mean, we almost thought it was.
Yeah, right? Like, what the heck? What's going on with this game?
It's A. Or C.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay. Switch in here. That switch.
There you go.
What?
Max, you're blind!
You didn't see that
You're
either.
blind! Yes, I did. How did I press
Never
it?
saw that.
How did I press
You just
it?
got actually
Why did
lucky.
you get the controller from you?
Actually lucky.
No!
You actually got lucky. This game sucks!
Gotcha, Max.
Blind!
There, man.